Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today I have a very special unboxing for you, something that came in from one of my subscribers who let me take a look at something, so I'm going to go ahead and open this. I'm pretty excited to check this out. Today I'm opening it up with my Quiet Carry Large IQ, and this is a knife that we'll be talking more about because there's some things we're going to be doing with this. Pretty excited about this. Alright, and you'll understand more when we get to it. Alright, so I think it is open on both sides there. Just make sure. All right. And I think that will get me in there. Let's take a look. All right, we got peanuts. I like peanuts. I recycle peanuts for sure. So we'll put those over here. Let's see what we got in here. All right, we'll put the box back over here. Let's see what we got. Ooh, Null Knives. Okay. All right. I think that's we can deal with that. We'll get some of these peanuts out of the way so they don't fly back onto the screen while we're doing stuff here. But oh my goodness. All right. This is something I have never checked out. This is a channel first. I am beyond excited about this. I did not get in on the buy of this. This is the Voodoo Dark Stone Washed Blue Micarta M390 Acid Washed serial number 611. So I'm a little excited, to be honest with you, because this is a knife I've tried to get a hold of, and I just can't get it. If my voice is a little hoarse, we just came back from a football game. You know, I'm from Texas. It's Friday Night Lights. Tonight, our team's ranked number one and was number two in the nation for small teams, and they're ranked number one in the state. And they just played another team that was ranked in the top 5 in the state, and it was a good night. It was a good night. I'll just say that. So next week we play the number one team in a division above us in the state, and they're ranked above us overall, and probably are going to get into the top 25 rankings in the U.S. So we'll see how that goes. But kind of fun. Texas Friday Night Lights, just what you've ever heard about. That's what it is. All right. That's my explanation for my voice, because my voice would be more excited. This is a horse excited voice. So let's take a look. And I would love to get one of these. I just can't. I miss every time. So the box is really impressive. I gotta say, this is far as a nice impression. It's cool to pull it out. Very different. All right, and here we go. We've got a nice little card. This is the Voodoo 611, signed, developed in New York, acid wash, blue micarta satin. We'll put this off to the side. Whew, here we go. So this, make sure I'm saying this correctly, this is the dark stone washed, blue micarta. Okay, so here we go in all its glory. I'm already noticing right away a textured a collar pivot screw, a textured pivot screw, and it's obviously captive, and looks like T8s all the way around, and you've got some really cool thumb studs that I thought were not what I was expecting, and this is cool. That is removable, but it has sort of volcano look on there. It has a fuller on there as well. Looks like you could potentially do a top flip, a front flip as well. This blue micarta is really nice. Wow. Yeah, it transitions really well. That's amazing. That's amazing. Bolster lock, frame bolster lock. That's really cool. Let's look at that centering. The centering is ridiculous. It's, of course, perfect. A wonderful, cool swedge up here. Beautiful jimping up here. And I get this acid washed. I dig it. I dig it. Here's a milled clip. At first, when you look at it, it reminds me of Shirogorov in a little way. But when you get under here like that, it's very thin. So let's see. Yeah, it definitely flexes, which means that this will go in and out of the pocket pretty easily. It is right-hand tip up only, which is fine. Oh, I like the little voodoo sort of design on the back spacer as well. And, you know, this is a bold move. You know, Sharp by Design, Brian Nadeau, he does this a lot too on his designs, and I like what they did here. So that's really cool. All right, everything is nicely rounded, chamfered all the way around. Some good chamfering here, no sharp edges. Might be a little sharp there, but that's not an area where I'm going to grip. Everything's nice and rounded around back here, which I think is fantastic. All right, so here we go, okay? Whew, let's do it. Oh my gosh. Hollow grind. Look at that crazy reverse tanto. I don't know what you call this. A little clip point tanto? Is this like a, is this a clip, clip, a tanto clip? Tanto clip? I don't know what you want to call this. You got this crazy swedge on top. Beautiful hollow grind. Can we see that? Can I get that on for you? Let me see if we can get that in the camera. You can see that hollow grind. Look at, let's see if I can get to focus. Come on, focus. Focus on my hand up here. Up here. Up here, please. Up here. Man, just look at that. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Wow. Wow. Lockup, good 30%. It's phenomenal. Of course, no blade rock. All right, here we go. Wow. Okay, let's do that again. Oh, okay. So here, let's figure out where the detent is. The detent is right there. Okay, so there's the detent right there. We're clear there. Nope. Okay, yeah, we're clear there. So right there, I'm clear. But that's okay because it comes down here, and even if it does go down here, I'll catch it like that. And then it's buttery smooth. Look at that. Reverse flick, absolutely fantastic. Look at that. I wonder, does it have a detent ramp? It sure feels like it. Yep, it sure does. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if I can get that on the camera. Here's a little detent ramp. I don't know if we can get a good view of that. Let me see if I can get my flashlight. All right, let's see. Can we see that? I don't know if you can see it. It's right there. Let me focus in here real quick. We'll zoom in real close. Try to get my oil over here. I'm gonna do that. Uh-oh. I don't want to put any oil on there. I was just trying to point. So don't do that. Don't. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry. We were zooming in on the ramp that's in here, and I forgot to zoom out as I was talking about this. So I don't know if I'm going to keep the previous video that's in there that I edited because I was talking a lot, and I don't think you could see anything I was doing. So I'll try to bring that part back in. But what I was saying is that you can front flip this thing. Like, if you get it just right, it's not the super easiest, but it absolutely works. Reverse flick works. The fuller reverse flick works really nicely. You could do the fuller front flick as well, and it works left-handed. Look at that, because that beautiful bolster, frame lock, bolster lock, it is, and this flipper, this thumb stud works really, really nice. You would think a perfectly round thumb stud is needed, but it's not. And the angle up here is very comfortable. Right? Sometimes you get people that get too close and aggressive and it gets really uncomfortable. Matter of fact, I was reviewing a knife. This finger is super raw because of the knife that I was checking out. It was just too close and it got my finger really raw and tender from reviewing a knife from one of the manufacturers. It was a brand new design from them. And it's one thing that it became, I couldn't recommend it because of that. And it hurt. So anyways, I've got to get that to heal. But this is not that case. I mean, the action on this is just, look at that. It's just ridiculous. Look at that. And then I was talking about this blue micarta. I don't hate this blue micarta. This blue micarta is actually really nice. And look at this bold move to go all the way up here and to make sure you have that beautiful transition. Typically, you could feel that, but this feels just flawless. Absolutely flawless on both sides. You know, this feels Riot made. I don't know if it was or not, but man, it sure feels Riot made. When I look at this box and I look at the label, that reminds me of Riot because I know a lot of the X series by Pena are made by Riot, and that looks a lot like Riot. So I'm going to assume this is probably a Riot made knife. For the price that you're paying, I can absolutely see that, and for the value, so sure. I just think it's really phenomenal. All the things that you're looking on here is just wonderful. And this blade, this beautiful hollow grind, super thin, super sharp, beautiful pokey tip. Now it even has a little bit of, some meat to it here. It does get thin, so you got to be careful. You could easily break or chip that tip. But man, look at that. It's got like a little clip point, a little, Bowie slash reverse Tonto slash Warncliffe slash whatever you want to call this thing, right? It's totally cool. So, and the action is just buttery smooth. I mean, could you put skiffs in here? I'm sure you could. Would it make it any better? I don't know. After a while, I probably wouldn't notice it, but right now, I'm just really impressed with the knife. I mean, I did the reverse flick here before. Watch this. Look at that. That is nice. That is nice when you can just come in here and use the knife so well, and it just works. It's got a beautiful detent. And even the fuller works really nice. I like that a lot. And I can use a fuller on the right side for my thumb as well. And I don't know if I can do it, but we could try it. Let's see. Yeah, I can front flip it as well, so that's cool. So there's a lot of features here, man. It's gonna go up off the charts on the fidget factor, man. You're giving me tons of options. The only thing you're not giving me is a regular flipper, but I got the front flipper. That's cool. That's unexpected bonus as far as I'm concerned. I just love this. Look at this. Let's watch it go into the detent here. Ready? All right, here we go. Here we go. Beautiful. Clicks in really well. I don't know if you can hear it in the background. My wife and her sister are baking some cakes for a birthday party, so they're talking away. It's late after the football game, so I apologize if you can hear them. They're just baking cakes for a birthday party. I'm trying to make sure you can only hear me, but if you can hear that, I do apologize. But they're happy and it's fun stuff, so that's cool. So yeah, look at that grip. No hot spots. There, I can not feel anything. I mean, this almost feels like it could be sharp, but when I grip it anywhere here, it's not hot. When I grip it here, it's not, there's nothing hot. There's no hot spots for me. This does not poke, even though it feels like it could be pokey. Let me try that again. And grab here. No, I'm not feeling it. That's really cool. It's kind of like that Shirogorov clip, which looks like it would be uncomfortable, but it's not. It's absolutely perfect. And it's a hidden hardware. Notice that the screws inside, you can actually see that in here. That's really cool. And look at that bolster frame lock. That's really nice. It's got a steel bar insert, over travel stop. Does it have an over travel stop? Let's take a look. Ooh, that's the blinky one. Yeah, over travel stop for sure. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, let me see if you can show you that. Over travel stop for sure. So that's cool. That's really nice. Again, I'm blown away by this beautiful hologram and very simplistic design. The Null Knives is only here. I love this texturing. I mean, this is like what I have on my. I mean, look at that. That's like the texturing people get on the knives, and it's there on the pivot screw on the captive side and even on the screw part. That's just really cool. Sorry guys, I'm just oogling all over this knife. You know, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I get it now. I do. I get it. It's like the Shirogorov. I get it. It was like the McNeese. I get it. Yeah. You know, for a while I was going to say, I couldn't get this. I'm not really interested. And I was like, whatever. You know, it's just one of those knives I'll never acquire. And now that I've touched it, I must have this at some point, or one of his designs. I love this thing. This is really cool. Man, this takes on a whole new thing about pre-orders. I mean, this might break my pre-order rule, something like this, which is really weird because I don't like to break my pre-order rule. And look at that. It just goes over that ramp really nicely, right? You can feel that. Once it goes over that ramp, there you go. And it'll go back up. That's the only thing about a ramp, though. You've got to make sure you clear it. Yeah. Oh, wait. Okay, there it is. So this is where I got to be to clear it. All right, so let's do that again. So to get here, I want to make sure I drop that. And now we're good. But the action is just so smooth, so smooth. Look at that. In there solidly. Look at that. Just really great grip, both left and right-handed. And if you had a pull cut like that, you got to go in and pull cut, or if you got to do a push cut like this, where you're cutting into some really heavy cardboard, it's going to work. I mean, it's a hologram, so I would be careful with like heavy duty stuff, right? It's going to be a beautiful slicer. Yeah, look at that. That is gorgeously sharp. You can feel that edge all the way there. That's just nice. Man, that's great. That's great. Yeah. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. I'm not going to do anything to this knife. I wouldn't dare take it apart. I wouldn't do anything to it, but got to tell you, This is a beautiful knife. So let's take a look. Let's get some close-up shots. So like you and myself, if you've never handled one of these, this is the best as I would get to see that. See, I really appreciate the fact that I can see that now and experience that. That's really cool. Let's take a look at the back. And in order to appreciate that, you can see the milling there. And you can see, and look, just let's get a close-up. Let's get in here. Okay, look at the close-up of, let me zoom in here. Get a close-up of that thumb stud. That's not just a blocky piece. Like, I know the Kunwood knives has something similar like this. It's not bad. I like it a lot, but I think this is just next level stuff. This is just next level stuff. I mean, it's amazing. Look at that beautiful texturing. So I'm gonna go back here, but just love that. And then to get a really appreciation of that clip, look at that thin clip. You're gonna have full pocket carry. So it's gonna carry like this. It's gonna wanna push in, which is great because it's gonna snug into your pants, but it's barely sticking out. So it's almost fully deep. I would call this deep pocket for sure because it's gonna go about that high. It's not gonna be hidden. It's not super deep. Excuse me, it's late at night. I wanted to open this when I saw it come in. Again, thank you to the subscriber. You are amazing for allowing me to check this out. I am absolutely blown away by this. This thing is phenomenal. Wow. This is just absolutely phenomenal. Let's get a nice close-up. Okay, let's just look at the blade here. I mean, come on. We got to get a real nice view of that blade. Just look at that hollow grind. You can see the hollow grind. And let's look at the back here. Just look at the shadows. You'll see the curvature of that angle of that blade. That is just phenomenal. Just phenomenal. But let's look at it in a whole right here. Look at that. That's cool. This is like one of those designs when you look at it, you go, I don't know if I'm a big fan of it, but once I carry it and I'll look at it, I am thoroughly impressed by this. Yeah, I'm thoroughly impressed. I know this is a long unboxing. There's a lot of details in here. I am oogling all over this knife because it's worth oogling over. It's just amazing. I mean, just look at this. I just love that. Look at this. I mean, that's a thumb stud that works. And the fuller, beautiful reverse flick, easy to work. Left-handed because of the bolster lock. Oh, sorry, missed it. Look at that, easy to close. Look at that. Reverse with the thumb stud, perfect, really nice. Front flip, absolutely nice. And let's look at that. There's a nice, look at that, beautiful cutout. Absolutely easy access. It's got even a little texture. Do you see that? It's even got a little texture, just enough to give you some, you're not gonna slip, but absolutely easy to get to. I am not struggling to get to that. It's beautifully tuned because this is not one of those where it's gonna hurt my finger to open that. Sometimes when you get knives you get here, they are uncomfortable. And this is not. This is just beautiful. And look at that nice long jimping. Get good grip presentation. And I'm still blown away by this blue micarta. I'm digging it. I'm just really blown away that I'm actually digging it. So there you go. This is my unboxing first impressions of a Null Knives Voodoo. I've never handled one. Yeah. Absolutely sold on this thing. Do I wish I had gotten one? Absolutely now. I got to tell you, this is, wow, this is up there. I don't want to, I mean, I know it's a Chinese manufacturer and it's Riot and it's beautifully precision. And I don't want to take away from anything that's manufactured maybe in Poland or any other places, but this is up there in the quality. If this was made in the USA or if Polish Custom Knives made something like this, this would be an $800 to $1,000 knife. If this was made by McNeese, this would be a $1,000 knife, absolutely a $1,200 knife. No questions asked, right? This would be an expensive knife if you did the USA. And I believe this was probably about $425 or something like that. I get it. I get what it is. And this is even $425 made in China. And so some of you guys are gonna be like, oh, that's ridiculous. That's, no, if you made this in America, this would be, you're looking at $1,000, $1,200 knife easily. I mean, some of the detail on here and to get some of that tuning, I mean, this is like some of the best work that's being done over there by Riot, really. And I love the ramp. I love every little detail that's on here. Everything little soft cornered. I mean, so I will tell you, like when I'm up here, this is a little sharp up here, but you know what? I am never grabbing any of that. My hands, I don't have to worry about those spots. Those are fine, right? So there we go. Yeah. All right, that's my first impression on the Null Knives Voodoo. It's very long, and if it's, if you fast forward it, you probably are like, man, this guy's just going on and on. I did, because I've never handled it, and I'm thoroughly impressed. And I can't wait to do the review. Again, this is not going to be a hard review where I can go use it. I'm not going to use this knife at all. I won't even cut anything with it. I'm not going to take it apart. Nothing. This is not my knife. This is too much. This is too nice of a knife. I want to simply have the honor to carry it like this, to feel it. I may slide it in and out of my pocket to see how well that clip works. We'll talk about that in the review, right? And I'll hold it here at the desk just to flick it, to have the joy of being able to flick it for a couple of days before I ship it back, because I'm not going to keep this for a very long time. I'm just going to keep it. Sorry about that. They were just yelling away there in the kitchen. But I'm not going to keep this for a very long time because I want to get this back to the user. This is so gracious to allow me to get a chance to carry this and to experience this knife. This is really cool. Thank you. Thank you to my subscriber out there. You are amazing, and I really appreciate that. That's cool. I mean, I don't know. I know it's a whole different level, but for me, this feels like, when, I don't know if you see MC or Knives when they pull out one of those really Damascus super fancy custom knives and they got the gloves on. I feel like this is one of those knives for me. At my level of where I'm at with my knives, this is right there. I'm very impressed with this. So thank you. Thank you. All right, enough. We'll get into the review and we'll talk more about it more, but that's enough for today. Hey, if you found this content fun, interesting, worthwhile, entertaining, or informative, would you please consider hitting the like button down below? And if you've already hit that like button, would you please also consider hitting the subscribe button? Subscribing and liking the video really helps out the channel, allows me to produce more content, do more things, ultimately get more things out to you guys. So thank you. I really do appreciate that. If you've done all that, maybe consider hitting the notification as well so you can be notified of future content as I drop it. Hey, and if you've done all that, maybe go over to Instagram and check me out at Robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at Robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching today. You guys have a great day and a great week. Bye.